Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Jesus and Coffee Conversations. If this is your first time watching, thank you so much for joining me today. If this is not your first time, welcome back. Hope that you all are enjoying your Tuesday. I believe it is July 2nd. So, first things first, make sure you have your coffee or tea or water, whatever your beverage of choice. And we are going to get started. Actually, let me mention this first. This is another one of my shirts. This is the Be an Esther shirt. This is the front, and then the back of it says Jesus and Coffee Conversations. And I will make sure that I put the link for this shirt as well as this coffee mug in the description box so that you can go and order your very own. And I also have a lot of other t-shirts that I offer on the website as well. And make sure that you get it today because there's only 2 more days left where you will be getting 15% off of your purchase. And I will make sure that I put the code for that discount in the description box as well. And also, for those of you who don't know, I am a brand ambassador for a coffee company called Coffee Over Cardio. And I will put the link for that in the description box as well, along with my code, so that you can get 10% off of your purchase. And guys, the coffees are amazing. I have tried the messy bun and I've tried the morning y'all, and I also just ordered another brand that's like a medium roast because the morning y'all and the messy bun are on the lighter roasted side, but they are still super good, super delicious. So if you have not ordered yours, make sure you go and get yours after this video. And also, if you are watching this, I'll make sure that I put the link for the video that I did about Coffee Over Cardio, where I go into a little bit more detail about it for you guys. So I will put that so it pops up and you can click on it after you watch this. So today I'm talking to you about your singleness season and how you need to stop wasting time. This season is so important in your life, and this video is mainly for women. If you're a man watching this, you can probably get some points and things from this video as well, but I am mainly going to be talking to my ladies, my girls. So first things first, a lot of women make the mistake of wasting time in their singleness season because they're so focused on dating, they're so focused on spending their time with the wrong people because they don't want to be alone, they don't want to be single, they don't want to put in the work to make themselves better. And that is a major problem. And I was one of those women who wasted a majority of my single season, and I'm still in my single season, but I've been single for maybe 4 or 5 years now. And the first 2, I'll say 3, maybe 4 years of that time, I wasted. I was so busy, complaining about being single. I was going on dates with people that I had no business going on dates on. I was entertaining people I shouldn't have been entertaining. And I realized God used other people to speak to me and let me know that that is not what my single season is for. My single season is not for me to be trying to find somebody, because it is not my job to find my husband. It is his job to find me. And the single season is really the season where you get to know yourself and you get to know God. And yes, you can get to know God and yourself when you're in a relationship, but it's harder to do that because now you're focusing on another person. Whereas when you're single, you're just focusing on yourself and you're not, busy trying to entertain anybody else. And that frees up a lot of your time to focus on God, focus on yourself, and find out who it is that God wants you to be. And you develop the skills and things necessary to be that person and to be the wife that you aspire to be. So I have some tips here on things that you can do in your singleness season. And I did another video, what was the name of it? I did a singleness video, and then I did a singles get busy video. And I'll make sure that I put both of those in this video as well so that you can click on it and watch those. But it's basically where I go into detail about being single and things as well. But this one is basically you need to stop wasting that time. So the first tip is your singleness season is a time for you to grow. And it could be you growing just as a person, and it could be you growing spiritually. And when you grow as a person, it means that you're doing things that maybe you haven't done before. You're trying new things. You're getting out of your comfort zone. When you're growing spiritually, you're praying more. You're reading your Bible more. You're fasting more. You're spending more time with God. So the time that you would spend on dates, or the time that you would spend on the phone talking or texting somebody, is the time that you would take and use to work on yourself. Read a book, educate yourself, read the Bible, and really get into the Word of God, because that is your roadmap for your entire life. Everything that you will ever face and go through is in the Bible and tells you what to do to be an overcomer, and tells you how to handle those difficulties and challenges. There's nothing new under the sun. So there's nothing that you can go through that has not already happened, and that God has not already laid out a blueprint for you to follow, so that you can get to that test and trial and come out better on the other side. And then your singleness season is also a time for you to learn. You learn about yourself. You learn what you like. You learn what you don't like. You learn a new language. You learn a new hobby. You learn a new skill. Like, this is your time to learn new things, because we don't know everything. Like it or not, we think we know everything, but we don't. There's so much out there for us to learn and discover. And while you're single, that is the time to do that. Because when you're in a relationship, and I've said this in previous videos, when you're in a relationship, it's very difficult for you to focus on yourself. It is very difficult for you to figure out who you are, what you want, what you don't want, what you like, what you don't like. Like, it's hard for you to do that. That is why when you're single, you use this time to find all of that out about yourself then. So when your God ordained husband or wife, if you're watching this and you're a man, comes along, then you're ready. You've already discovered the things that you like. You've already discovered the things that you enjoy doing. You already have your hobbies. You already have, all the things that you're interested in, if you've already done them. If you like to travel. Like, take the time to travel now, and you don't need a husband or a wife or a boyfriend or girlfriend to travel with you. You can travel by yourself now, because what if you're in this relationship and they don't want to go the places that you want to go to? Maybe you've always wanted to go to Italy, and they could care less about going to Italy. They're more of like a Caribbean person. So now is your time to go to Italy if that's what you want to do, and you're single. Whereas when you get in a relationship, you don't have to worry about missing out on going to places that you want to go, because you've already been there and you've already done it. And then you also need to take this time to heal. If you've been in a relationship, or maybe you've been married before and things didn't work out, this is your time to heal from those past wounds. This is the time to really get to the root of the issue. Was it the other person? Was it me? Was it both? And you face the hard cold truth about yourself and the things that you need to work on and the things that you need to change. And then you work on forgiving that person. You work on forgiving yourself. And then you let God come in and mend the broken pieces back together. And then you sit down and you write out the things that maybe went wrong in the relationship, so that you can address them with yourself and say, okay, maybe I need to be more forgiving. Okay, now I need to learn how to love a little bit more. Okay, now I need to, work on not holding grudges. I need to work on being more patient. I need to work on, you have a better idea of all the things that you need to work on to be a better person. And you're working on being a better person, not just so you can get in a relationship with somebody, but you're working on being a better person so that you are just in general a better person, and people are drawn to you and attracted to you and want to be around you because you're more pleasant, you're more loving, you're more kind. Like, this is a time to develop your fruits of the Spirit, not when you get in a relationship with somebody. You should already have the fruits of the Spirit before you join yourself to another person. You should already be walking in love. You should already be walking in forgiveness. You should already be walking in patience, and you should already be, walking in selflessness, where it's not all about you and what you want to do and what you like and what you don't like. You understand that it's somebody else in this relationship and you're going to have to do things that they want to do because it's not all about you. And you take the time to discover and do all of that while you're single. That is the time for God to really come in and work on you in your life. And then this is your time to discover different things, discover who you are, and discover who God is. God is not somebody that we can just put in a box. And that's what we do. We put him in a box and we say, because we're in our natural mind saying, okay, God, this is your box and this is the only room that you have to do the things that you want to do. And God is saying, no, I don't fit in a box. I'm outside of that box. I'm outside of time and space, and I can do whatever it is that I want to do. Just ask me, what is it that you want me to do? And he will do it, and he will show you how great and big and amazing he truly is when you do not put him in a box. You have to get out of that box and discover who God truly is and how amazing he is. And then let him show you who you are and how amazing you are. Like, give him that room to move in your life and move on your behalf so that you can have all the things that you desire. Everything that your heart desires is in God's will. If you want to get married, God is not going to give you a desire for marriage if he does not intend for you to get married. He's not going to give you a desire for kids if he does not intend on blessing you with them. He's not going to give you a desire for a better life if he intends for you to live, in lack or poverty for the rest of your life. Like, he's not going to give you desires and things if he does not intend to bring them to pass. But what happens is we get in his way and we limit him, and that hinders the process, that hinders the things that he can do. So you have to discover, who God is and discover who you are. And then the last thing that I have is to take this time to prepare. Take this time to prepare to be the wife that your husband needs you to be. Take the time to prepare to be the husband, men, that your wife needs you to be. And that could be, maybe you need to learn to cook. You might need to learn to budget your finances better. Maybe you need to learn how to, I don't know, whatever it is that you're interested in or desire for your spouse to have. If you want somebody who's in shape, you need to get in shape. If you want somebody that can budget their money well, you need to learn and know how to budget your money well. The things that you expect your partner to deliver to you are things that you need to be ready to deliver to your partner, because your partner has a whole list of things that they want you to do and be, and you have your list of things that you want your partner to be and do, but nobody is willing to be the things and do the things that they have on their list. So just like I said with the weight loss, you want your husband or your wife in shape, then you need to put down the donuts and pick up some carrots and celery or whatever else and hit the gym and get in shape yourself. You can't tell somebody else to do something or be something and you're not doing what you're telling them to do, and you're not who you're telling them to be. So I'm not saying that, don't change. You got to change who you are to an extent. I'm not saying that you have to change, or compromise who you are to be with somebody. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying that when you change, you need to be changing for the better. Because relationships do change you. You get in a relationship with somebody and you change. You can either change for the better or you can change for the worse. But the reality is you are going to change. Don't be somebody that's so stuck in their ways that you're refusing to change. I'm not going to cook. You need to learn how to cook. Or I'm not going to do this. You need what I got you here for. If that's not what you can do, if you can't do that for me, then I don't need to be with you. I can find somebody. Like, don't be that kind of person. You have to be the kind of person that says, okay, you know what? You want me to cook? I'll take a couple of cooking classes and at least I'll try. Now some people just can't even boil water, and there's no changing that. I mean, that's just who they are, and that's what they don't know how to do. They don't know how to cook, and that's okay. They can take lessons and try, but if the lessons don't work, then okay, then you know that they're never going to be able to cook, and then you can just move forward from there. But you have to be willing to try new things and get out of your comfort zone to just be a better person, and stop wasting your time. Stop sitting there crying every night over not having somebody. Stop sitting there, going on another date with somebody that you really don't have any interest in, but you're going anyway because people say that you need a date. How are you going to find somebody if you don't date? Listen, that is bull crap. I don't care what anybody says. You do not have to go on a bunch of dates to find somebody, especially if you already know you're not interested. If you already know that you're not interested in that person, do not waste your time. I have been there, done that, and I am done with it. Do not go on these dates just because you're trying to shut somebody up that says that you need a date or you need to do this and this. No, you don't. You do not have to do that. God can send that man to you any kind of way that he wants to send him to you. You can go outside and check the mailbox and bam, he's right there or she's right there. So you don't have to go on all these dates to find the person that God has for you. God will bring that person that he has for you into your life when it is time. But in the meantime, you need to focus on yourself and you need to focus on him and you need to start walking in your purpose. Ask God, what is it that he wants you to be and do with your life so that you can start working on it. If you have a desire to start your own business, go ahead and start your own business. You don't have to wait for a husband or a wife to do that. Go ahead and do that now. If you desire to, travel, like I said, go ahead and do that now. You stop waiting for your husband or wife or your relationship or whatever before you start doing the things that you want to do. Life is short. You might not see tomorrow. So you need to go ahead and do the things within reason. I'm not saying go out here and sin and do all a bunch of crazy stuff, but I'm saying if you want to travel, go ahead and book that flight. Go ahead and book that trip. If you want to start your business, go ahead and start talking to people that are doing what you want to do so that they can help you avoid some of the mistakes that they made. Go ahead and start doing your research and all of that stuff now and stop waiting for God to bring that person to you. You need to be living your life while you're waiting for God to send that person to you. And you got to stop idolizing it. That's another thing. You have to stop idolizing marriages. You have to stop idolizing relationships because God, that could be another reason that he's not sending the person to you, is because God is a jealous God. He does not want you idolizing anything or anybody except him. He is the only person that you were supposed to idolize in your life. And people get so stuck on relationships and marriage and all of that. And God is saying, I am not blessing you with that until that is no longer an idol in your life. Because for whatever reason, people think that once they get married, that their problems are just all of a sudden going to disappear and everything's going to be perfect. And no, marriage is going to have a whole another ball game of problems and headaches and a whole bunch of other stuff. That's why you cannot idolize it. It's not going to be rainbows and sunshine every day. There are healthy marriages, there are happily married people and things out there, but it takes work. It takes a lot of work, and you need to understand that while you're single and focus on relationships that aren't romantic. Focus on your relationships with your family. Focus on your relationships with your friends. Focus on your relationships with your coworkers and develop those relationships and get those in a good, healthy place. And focus on your relationship with God more than anything. And then God will fill that void that you have for a relationship with himself. And your husband or your wife probably has their own issues that they have to work out. And that's another reason that it could be taking so long, is because God is like, I need to work on your husband or I need to work on your wife before I can bring the two of you together, because they have their own issues that I need to get straightened out before they come in to your life. So do not waste your time hoping and wishing and praying and crying because you want somebody. God will send the person to you when the time is right. So in the meantime, use your time wisely. Do the things that you want to do. Enjoy your life, because tomorrow is not promised, and you do not want to spend your time crying and whining and being bitter and angry and mad at God because you're single. Singleness is a blessing, and it took me a while to realize that, but being single is a blessing. There are times, yes, I do get lonely and I do see other couples and I want that, but I know that that is not my time yet. And I know that I can keep speaking it into existence until it happens. But in the meantime, I still have to continue working on me. I still have to continue doing the things that God told me to do. And I have to continue being obedient and patient, and just know that I need to rest in Him. He knows the desires of my heart, and He will fulfill the desires of my heart in His timing. And in the meantime, I need to grow and learn and become the woman that I want to become. So I hope that you guys got something out of this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have not subscribed, go ahead and press that subscribe button. Tell others about my channel. Also, I will put down all of my social media information, my links in the description box for you guys, so that you can follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And you can read some of my blogs that I have written. And then I will also make sure that I put the link for my t-shirts. I'll put the link for the coffees from Coffee Over Cardio. And I will also, feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, my email in the description box as well, in case you need to reach out for me for any questions, advice, or whatever it is. But yeah, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, enjoy the rest of your week, and I will try to have another video up here for you guys soon. Probably this week is what I'm going to aim for. So be on the lookout for that, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.